Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sly, and man, things went down today in 49er land. It was awesome, man. I love it. I love it when these reporters go at it with each other. And so today I was on X, and it was just hilarious seeing Tim Kawakami on X pretty much just going after Niner creators for bitching about wanting a player. You know, I know a lot of Niner fans are mad because we didn't get someone at the draft. And I get both points, man. I get why we should have gone in on a player, and I get why the Niners didn't go in on a player, you know. For me, when Mikael Williams went, I was like, damn it, they're not going to go after a player. And they didn't. But there was passion, man. Passion. And Tim Kawakami was going off on people that were pissed off that we didn't go in. And it was hilarious because I saw a Larry Krueger video and everyone thought it was David Lombardi this guy was talking about. But hell no, dude. After all the stuff that Tim Kawakami was saying today, this rant was about him. Let's check this out real quick, man.
All right, let's talk turkey here. I don't pull any punches. I speak the truth. That's why the channel is done as well as it's done, because we don't freaking, peddle in a bunch of bullshit. We tell you the truth, and I think people can respect that. Here is the truth. The truth is that the all these people going, all these people getting upset that the pushback from some of these media people who are like, look at these people who are upset the Niners didn't make a deal. They're a bunch of nothings. Look at they're idiots. They're fools. Sorry if I have a little passion to see this team win. I want to see this team win the sixth Lombardi. They haven't won a sixth Lombardi trophy. They haven't won a Lombardi trophy since 1995. It's 2025. That was 30 years ago. If you're going to get it done, it ain't going to happen by accident. You're going to have a little urgency along the way. So sorry for me and others who showed a little discontent with the fact that the Niners, who desperately needed help on their defense, got absolutely zero at the trade deadline of note, while other teams like Seattle and Philly and other teams got better. And there's all these media people around being like, hey, if you wanted to see the 49ers improve their defense, you're some idiot, novice, fan that has no perspective, and all you're in search of is some sugar high. I really kind of resent that. The bottom line is Silver's speaking the truth. The reason there's frustrations inside the building and among some Niner fans is because the defense isn't good enough to win a Super Bowl, and the Super Bowl is here. And this team is 6-3. There's only 3 teams in football that have a better record than the Niners, and it's almost like they're waving the white flag. Now, they claim they're not, but you needed help in the worst way on your defense on all 3 levels. Definitely up front, though. You have no pass rush. I'm going to read you some of those numbers in a second. And I just resent this fact that, because I'm disappointed that the Niners didn't get help that they desperately needed, that, they're 6-3. There's only 3 teams with better records. The entire league is mid. The Super Bowl is right here. You have 2 quarterbacks that you can win with. Shanahan and Saleh are 2 of the better coaches in football. You needed help on your defensive line, and you got none. And all these Niner apologists in the media who are trying, I guess, in some weak way to somehow curry favor with Lynch and Shanahan by just kissing their ass relentlessly. It's tired, man. It's so tired. And guess what? They don't respect you either, and you're not getting ahead. So this whole well, you know what? It was the right move not to. And the people who actually wanted to see them add to their defense, those people. Yeah, those people actually have passion about seeing the 49ers win a fucking championship. That's what those people have. And I just kind of resent it. So I love that Mike Silver is like, hey, man, there are frustrations inside the building. Why? Because there's a lot of people in this building that give a shit, and they actually want to see the 49ers win that 6th ring. And they're looking at this defensive front going, they need help in the worst way, and they got none. That's why there's frustration. I can't listen to some of these people anymore with their condescending bullshit.
That's awesome, man. I love the passion, man. That's how I am. I get passionate about these things. And, if you're out there calling all these content creators just fools and all that. And I know Larry was leading the charge yesterday about how pissed off he was about Niners not going all in. Sometimes you got to strike back. And you know what? He struck back. And to me, I'm not the biggest Kawakami fan. I remember when I was a little kid, man. And the first time I heard about this guy was when the Raiders PR guy wanted to beat the crap out of him for all the stuff he was writing about the Raiders. Me personally, the reason I don't like him, because he was writing a lot of bad stuff about Jim Harbaugh back when Jim Harbaugh was our coach. And I remember he kind of was instigating. He was kind of a little instigator out there. And I don't know if Jed York would read all that stuff and be like, man, he's right, man. Maybe we need to get rid of Harbaugh and all this stuff. He was very unfair with Jim Harbaugh. So I think he was like one of the guys that kind of led Jim. It was him and Trent Baalke. A lot of it had to do with Trent Baalke, but the articles that he was writing always constantly about Jim Harbaugh. I was like, dude, you're a freak. You and Ray Rattle, man, are full of it. So, yeah, man. Again, me personally, would I have tried to make a trade? Heck yeah, I would have tried. I mean, dude, you give up 3 first rounds, a second and third of Trey Lance. What else? How could it get any worse than that? But I think a lot of it had to do with Jed York, man. I think a lot of it had to do with Jed York not wanting to spend the money. Remember our big acquisition this offseason? Who was it? Farrell? The tight end? That was the big acquisition that that freaking, I think, cost us the Jaguars game. Remember, he had a huge fumble in that game. But I mean, we weren't spending. We just spent on our dudes. Other than that, we didn't go in. We lost a whole bunch of other guys. And I think Jed York was like, bro, I have a soccer team to run. I need money. I'm trading all these stocks. I'm trading all these the parts of the team. I need money. So I don't think it was in the cards, man. I really don't. I think it had a lot to do with Jed York. You know, that was our philosophy at the beginning of the season. You know, when it first started the year, was not to spend a lot on other dudes, and we didn't do that. So, I mean, to me, I would be more pissed off if I'm a Niner fan that's like a season ticket holder or something like that, because you're spending more money this year. The Niner fans, it just went up another 15%, and you're getting no return on investment. You're like, we're the new guys. We're spending all this money, and you don't want to get anyone in here. So, to me, I would be looking at Jed more than I get John Lynch and Kyle. You know, they probably were doing their phone calls, but I just feel that there was, I don't know, man. When Trey Hendrickson, when you're hearing he was going for a first, they wanted a first for him too. It was like, bro, that ain't gonna happen. The only reason we would have got Trey Hendrickson, if it would have been for like a second, maybe a third, and then they still would have to split the bill. You know, they would have to pay more for Trey Hendrickson, kind of like we did with Randy Gregory a few years ago when pretty much Denver paid for everything. And even with Chase Young, I think they paid most of the bill too for that. So it would have to be something like that, and I don't think the Bengals were willing to do that. So, you know, it sucks. It sucks that we didn't get nobody. But again, I get why. I understand. I'm not like going crazy because so many guys are going down, man. So we're gonna roll with what we have, man. We're gonna roll with what we have. And yeah, I just thought it was hilarious seeing Larry Krueger like freaking just go on a rant. Yeah, man. When I was watching that, seeing Tim Kawakami all day arguing with fans, arguing with everybody, I'm like, man, this guy's on one today. Every tweet I see is from this guy, like saying how freaking everyone's doing all this clickbait because of YouTube and all these content creators, and freaking Larry just went off, man. So that was juicy, man. That was some good stuff right there. I loved it, man. It brought me back with Grant and Lombardi going at it during the off season. That was good stuff too. So, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. If there's no drama going on with the players, man, it's with the reporters. So I love it, man. I love that. And we'll see how it goes, man. I know it's going to be tough because we need pass rushers. You know, that's one thing that everyone wanted. We wanted a damn pass rusher, and we're going to roll with these guys. You know, we'll see how they do. I mean, like Robert Beal got to step it up. The guy we just picked up, Keon White, he's got to step it up too. If they don't step it up, we're not going to get nowhere. You know, Samuel Kawano needs to start turning into Superman. Good player, really good player, but he needs to do better than what he's doing. And he's been solid. He got a sack last week. So we got to keep going, get a little bit better because damn, you know, it might be rough, man. It might be rough if we don't get that pressure on those quarterbacks, because man, the secondary, they're young as hell. These guys are young as hell and they need help. They need help, so we'll see how it goes, man. But I just thought that was hilarious today. And everyone on the comments of that video from Larry was like, it's Lombardi. Lombardi's talking about. It wasn't Lombardi, guys. It was Tim Kawakami he was calling out because, man, Tim was on one today, and that was cool. And it was right that he didn't call him by name. I'll be the one to say it because I'm, because I know what's going on, but I'll be the one to say it was that dude, man, that he was calling out. So that was cool, man. Very cool. And, yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. Big game this week. Hopefully we win. And, woo, can't wait, man. Can't wait. I think we can pull the upset again, man. We own the Rams in the regular season. We own their asses. So hopefully we get another one, man. All right, man. I'm out. Peace.